any second.
All together now.
All together now. Oh, look. Yes. I'm starting to see things are coming to life.
Here we are.
Yes, we are. Don't forget to turn your volume down.
All right. It's been on for a bit.
It's been on
All
for a
right.
bit.
Well, welcome to the morning show.
Yes, Elevensies with Lisa and Anton. How are you doing today? Today is Wednesday, March the 3rd, I think.
All right. And Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury.
If you do French, Mercredi is actually French for Wednesday.
Okay.
So,
And Mercury rules communication and kind of throat chakra stuff, creativity.
morning, Gilda.
Yeah, creativity and Mercury is definitely throat chakra. So we thought today we would talk about talking.
Talk about talking.
And
Talk about pop music.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
You want to go first, or
I do. We're just going to talk. We're going
Okay.
to whitter on until it gets to 11 before we get into the main meat of everything. I think,
all right?
because
So I'll
people
let
are
you go first
expecting
then,
us-
because
so we can just whitter.
I want to be able to finish a sentence.
You always finish my sentences. I don't know what the heck what's going on here. I don't know. It's a tough gig. That's all I'm saying. I'm berated daily.
Yes.
Bless it. It's true. It's true. It's true. But yeah, where are we now?
Mercury's in Pisces.
Emotional communication.
Yeah, this is a very drama-filled time
Oh, no.
because
Drama llamas.
Sun is in Pisces, Mercury's in Pisces.
Me.
It's a bit of a drama time. Yeah.
Me. You. Oh.
Anyway.
Enough of the drama llamas. Yes. No, but it is. I think really and truthfully, yeah. Communication is so key. And I do recall, I never met him, bless him, but he talks to me regularly. He's my grandfather. He says, "Hey, you got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in that proportion." Mm-hmm. And sometimes, we don't really listen to what people are saying. So,
Well,
communication.
I think communication is one of the most misunderstood forms of communication.
Especially when people get into an argument. You ever noticed everybody's they're just waiting to make their point, and they're not listening to what the other person's saying, and it becomes everything louder than everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. But yeah. So we've got some great ideas, and so welcome, yes, indeed, for those just joining us. I see there's a couple more people joining us on the
I've got a whole bunch of
you.
pillows here already.
Yeah, welcome to the morning show, which is Elevensies with Lisa and Anton.
Nessa
look,
and
I've actually
Jamie
got,
and Tina and Alice.
I got
and
coffee today.
Christopher and Ash. So there's already a whole bunch of people.
There's a slew of folks.
I think Elevensies is going to be popular.
Well, you never know. I like it personally. It's my second cup of coffee. I may be over caffeinated today.
Oh, it's hard enough when you're not caffeinated.
Adulting is so hard without coffee.
Good morning,
you know,
Anita. Adulting is so hard without caffeine, yeah.
And if I didn't say good morning, Gilda, nice to have you with us. Thank you.
Good morning, Vonnie. There's quite a few people watching already.
It's good. So,
All right.
This is a kind of interactive show, so you're allowed to chime in.
You're allowed to chime in,
And,
yes.
and we will try and address the points that you raise or whatever. We'll do that.
Oh.
So it's almost 11. So we can
Elevensies,
we can
yes.
do our famous welcome to Elevensies with Lisa and
Welcome
Anton.
to Elevensies with Lisa and Anton Stewart.
That'll be us.
We'll be here every morning, Monday through Friday at 11
She's Lisa, I'm Anton.
for 11 minutes. 11Zs.
So there you go.
All right.
So what are we going to talk about today, Rob?
Well, we had said that today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is ruled by Mercury.
Yes,
And
indeed.
Mercury is the planet of communication and creativity, very much related to throat chakra. Because even though Elevensies could be any topic at all, we would try to keep it somewhat esoteric and
Organised.
and focused on
We don't do
what
organised.
although we are very diverse individuals, so Mercury is in Pisces right now, and Pisces can stir up deep things and shadow self. And in astrology, the 12th house ruled by Pisces is known as the house of self-undoing.
Gosh, yes.
Um,
Well, Pisceans, though, they're kind of dramatic, but they're lovely people. I think what it is, the Spinal Tap, if you guys have ever seen it, it's, ours go to 11. I think Pisces receptors go to 11. You know what I mean? They
or
feel
12,
every-
the 12th
or
house.
12,
They go to
even
12.
They go to 12, yeah. They
All right,
feel
Jen
deeper.
says, good morning, and how could it not be popular? And Alice says, I've set my alarm to get my first cup with you guys today.
Ideal, perfect. We
Nessa's
love that.
watching on her phone. She set a notification, and Vani says, organize is overrated.
It is.
So what I want to
Grossly
talk about is words, because they're very powerful. And not just how they're said, but how they're heard. Now, it is true, we cannot control how we are received.
Yeah.
But we can be mindful of how we are sending, right?
True.
And an
true.
example that I've used a few times lately, and Jen knows this, I talked to her about this, is the energy of the words, right? So if you come across somebody who's in great distress and they're hanging on a branch,
Right.
and you don't want them to fall. If you shout to them, "Don't fall,"
Yeah.
the universe
Here's fall.
doesn't hear "don't" and just hears "fall," and they splat.
That's not good.
But if you shout to them, "Hang on,"
Hold on tight.
"Hang on, I'm coming." So it's the same idea. You're going to rescue them,
Right.
but
Help is on the way.
But the concept of what the universe hears and how it might be received is very different.
And also what the person who just heard those words mirrors back out to the universe as well.
Right.
Because that's their focus. And so I'll tell you a story which is really, really just tiny little bit of anecdote to reinforce what Lisa's saying. And it's honestly, I was very fortunate with the Saturday job that I had when I was a kid. The governor of the garage I was working at, one of his friends was an advanced driving instructor in the police. And so he taught me to drive from the get-go, which was fantastic. And some of the things he taught me really went home and have saved my sorry butt on more than one occasions. And the most important thing, and this really sticks with me to this day, he says you've always got to be looking for a gap, Be conscious of what's around. And if something, you see a ball run out and a kid comes out after it, you're looking at the gap, not the kid, because you're going to aim for the gap. And you will hit that. You will hit the gap and avoid the child. If you look at the child, you'll probably hit the child. And that's like one of the most powerful things that really stuck home with me. And it does what you focus on, what you aim for comes into focus, even if you're focusing on the wrong thing. If you're focusing on something you don't want. Yeah?
Right. But I'm going to focus on words.
Words, exactly. But that's the point.
Absolutely. So if you're doing spell work and you write your spell out and you write things like, I want, and you make your list, the universe is probably going to say, these are the things you want. And want is what they hear. So they will allow you to continue to fulfill your self-prophecy of wanting.
Yes.
So you may be eluding the exact things that you desire by using the word want. The same with the word need. Many times as witches, we do come across situations where we have a need.
You're a witch.
Yes. Okay, this is my goal for the end of this week. I have this big bill to pay and I need X amount of money. And if you put that I need into the universe, just like want, the universe will continue to let you need. So it's better to say, I know that by the end of the week, this money is going to be there. In fact, money is already flowing to me to create the money to pay this bill. And you just got to be careful when you're manifesting how you
phrase it. Communication is key.
And then those words, that magic, those thoughts are important too. Like you were saying, look for the gap and focus there. So the words that we tell ourselves are very, very important too. You know, hang on.
Yeah, hang
Don't
on.
fall.
Yeah. No, don't
know?
fall. You see, fall is the focus, and that's it. So, yeah, gosh, if you focus on a need, if that's your focus, that's what you're going to get. You're going to focus on your
and a
lack.
stress, and the lack absolutely comes
That's what
forward.
you're focused on, really.
And you just wallow around in that space, feeling desperate.
And adding energy to it, adding energy, and energy follows thought.
And
you know?
negativity grows so
builds.
much quicker.
Oh, it does.
You have to really work at growing something positive, and it does take patience.
It does.
You know?
It takes a while to rethink your thinking, and that I think is key to really focus on the positive outcome. You know, rather than worrywart and what could possibly go wrong here, and then planning a route to things going wrong. Hello, good morning, Nino. And unfortunately, I don't speak your language, but nice to have you on board. From another country. I think Nino's.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, however you identify Nino, welcome. So yeah. Lisa was saying, you know, I want two most powerful words.
I am is much more important.
I am. I have. It's here. It's right now. It's present. I know. It is not at some indeterminate point in the future. Mm-hmm. It is right now. It is present, and that is the state of being in which you want to
be
associate with. Yeah.
Okay, so you know, we'll talk a tiny bit too about affirmations. We've spent a lot of time. It's been a year that we've been quite isolated and stuck with the voice inside our head.
Oh, gosh.
Many people's voice inside their head is a negative, horrible roommate that if they lived with them, they would have kicked him out a long time ago. But since they're in their head, they can't. And
so what?
my advice many times,
free board.
many times to people when I'm doing a reading for them, I'll say, you know, every morning when you are looking in the mirror, right? I mean, we all have to brush our hair, brush our teeth, do makeup, whatever we're going to do. We do look at ourselves in the mirror and stop for a second and say something positive. I am worthy. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am loved.
Fabulous.
I am fabulous. I am epic. Whatever it's going to be. Something positive. I am. I've got...
You got any questions, queries, comments, or complaints? We would point out that all complaints have to be an interpretive dance,
all right.
which could be fun on YouTube.
Kim says, any advice on how to deal with a negative person at work that yells and curses at you a lot? Lots of negative energy. All right. Well, the first thing I would do is change. When I looked in the mirror, is say, I am protected, right? So that you kind of create a force field around yourself. Because many times spiritual people are sensitive to other people's negativity. And you can't really change the other person, but with experience has shown that sending love to the horrible person can change the situation. And I know that sounds crazy, and you think, well, this person is a
nasty, horrible piece of work.
I don't, you know, I hate this person. What do you mean send them love?
Yeah, but we were just magnifying the negative energy by doing
exactly, that. And it just keeps perpetuating around in the space. So start out with something that you do have love and respect for, you know, like maybe it's a pet and you just feel that connection and you fill your heart with that love, or a family member, or something that you really love, to create that energy inside of you, and then let that love shit loose at work and just, you know, send that negative, horrible person love. Because the reason they're so negative is probably because they don't have any love, you know?
Speaking of, I believe it was Aleister Crowley who said, "Love under will is the whole of the law."
Love is the law,
and
yes.
And to understand that to come at everything from a place of love, effectively unwires your doorbell. I don't know if you know, when you're kids and you're annoying little buggers, you play this sort of game of postman's knock and go and ring somebody's doorbell and run away or whatever, you know. But if the doorbell's disconnected, you're not going to get a rise out of it. The person's not going to come to the door and shout at, you know, an empty street.
So sending love will either fix the situation where they won't be so negative, or maybe sending love will get them promoted and they'll leave the situation. It will fix it for you somehow. So do your best to just surround them in a pink bubble of light. Neutralize their negativity.
Yeah, and most importantly, by coming at it from a place of love yourself, you're not going to get sucked into the drama.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like when you get angry at somebody, it's like holding onto a hot rock expecting somebody else to get burned. You know, one day justice will be done. Ooh, you know, that's hurting you.
So Mercury's message is words are powerful.
Yes, they are.
Don't speak something into being that you don't want, and work on, you know, putting love out in the universe. And it's time for a card.
Time for the card of the day, because that 11 minutes is just
11
flown
minutes.
by.
Ooh.
Oh, and this is interesting. Look at the
hold it in the gaps.
Hold it in the gaps. Focus on the gap. So this is interesting. We have the Four of Cups. So this is all about emotional communication. And if you look at the body language of the character, back against the tree, you know, being offered something that they're kind of refusing. But what does that cup hold? What does that cup hold?
What's the offer? I'm going to say my reading for this card for the day is, don't miss an offer or an opportunity because you're so focused on what you've already achieved. You know, sometimes our ego thinks, well, I've already got all this. I've already done all this hard work.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't want to go any further. So don't miss an offer or a great opportunity today to expand and grab the next cup. What's your reading for today?
Much the same. This is an opportunity that you may be refusing, either because you've got some innate resentment or something that's making you hold back a little bit. But don't, you know, things are not necessarily as they appear, nor are they otherwise. But you know, embrace it, and ease up on that defensive body language there. And this again reinforces the message of coming at everything from a place of love. So thank you so much.
Elevensies went by really quickly today.
Whoosh. Yeah,
we could probably spend 11 hours.
We could, but we can't.
Tonight at 6:30, we're back. Tonight at 6:30,
we're back,
and we're going to have the month's overview. We're going to do a little mini tarot-scope for each sign.
How cool is that?
And we're going to talk about March as a whole, depending on what's written in the stars for March. So we'll see you back at 6:30.
Yes, indeed. And thank you so much for watching us. Please like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, we need to grow our YouTube.
Oh, yes. And we love you guys. Thank you so very, very much. And